We wanted to take a minute to thank our friends at thebikerlawyers.com. If you're ever in an accident in Iowa or Minnesota, make sure to call and ride the recovery road with the Biker Lawyers. Hi guys, if you're new to our channel, I'm Meg and this is my motorcycle journey. It is a motovlog that follows me on two wheels and Cameraman comes along with me. If you haven't already, it would mean so much to Michael and I if you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can continue to follow along on our adventures. If you didn't watch our last video, this is part 2 of Michael and I buying a new bike. We were in the market for an adventure bike. We wanted to have something that we could both tour on and take off-road. If you are a regular viewer of our channel, you will know that we have ridden several adventure bikes. I test rode the Harley-Davidson Pan America about a year and a half ago, and Michael and I rode the Tenere 700 when we were touring around Costa Rica last year. If you haven't seen those videos, I will go ahead and link them in the end screen. Super cool trip, super cool videos, but we had a good opportunity to check out the 700. We rode it for 5 days each. And then our buddy Dennis has a Super Tenere. Our last video, we did check out the Teneres and the Pan Americas, but in this video, we wanted to check out some other adventure bikes, so we headed over to Twig Cycle in Hagerstown, Maryland to check out their inventory and to test ride some new bikes. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
One of the big things in terms of like differences, and I've explained this to people when it comes to when they look at the Tiger, and a lot of people, they see the price and they're like, oh my God, like, I mean, the V-Strom's this price. And
yeah.
Okay, yeah, but the V-Strom's a great bike. They are. They've been around for quite a long time. One of our other sales professionals, she actually has a V-Strom 650 she rides. I was like, but one of the things with the increase in prices is you get a lot more right away.
Right.
So you have cruise control standard. You get
I was going to say cruise control. What else?
I was going to say,
heated grip standard on these.
Heated grips?
Standard? Oh, well, maybe he just sold it to me.
And if I remember correctly, I think for your service, so it's, for these, it is, first service is 600 miles, and then I think all the Tigers are 10,000 mile intervals.
Wow.
Well, that's better than the 5 that we have to constantly do.
Yeah, so give you heated grip settings there.
Heated grips, heated seat.
High beams.
I can touch.
This one doesn't have the...
Unless it's garbage out on the road, I'm going to have trouble not wanting. I'm sure it's not garbage. I mean, Caroline rides it and she loves this bike. I was just making sure I'm on this little thing to do. But Michael, see, I'm about to try to sit on that and show you the seat height difference, which is crazy. Because I don't even know that any other adventure bike makes like a...
Is that a new thing, having a low?
So a lot of companies are doing them nowadays. So like, for example, the KLRs, they have the S for the KLR 650S,
yeah, which
is a full factory lower, not just seat. Even the suspension is slightly adjusted to accommodate shorter rides. Like I can flat foot one of the 650s.
Okay.
Most companies are offering just like low seat options.
Yeah.
But very few are doing like factory.
Well, the Pan Am, the low seat doesn't matter. It's still higher than like other regular seats.
And then let me see for the seat here. It's backwards. That's right.
Got it.
It's back first, and then this should just pop straight out. And you have these little settings. So you can actually set it higher seat height. So you could have it higher if you wanted it, Michael.
Yeah.
Those definitely go in there nice.
Oh, that's cool.
On seats. But if you want to see where this sits on the higher one.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
That's better than where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you mean height-wise?
I mean, I'm not even leaning that far forward. It's not a bad spot. It's pretty cool.
But yeah,
Mike has never really ridden a bike with a windshield for any significant distance, so we rode across country this summer in August. We did 8,000 miles across country on our Harleys, and everyone told him he couldn't do it without a windshield, and Now it's a matter of principle. All
It's windshield.
right, so here's the difference between that and the regular.
I wouldn't do it.
He'll get me. I got it. You know, Michael. You know that I'm good. I mean, this is how I have to typically ride an adventure bike. Like left foot down on my tippy toe. That's that's the clearance that I get.
The motor and everything is the same.
Exact same motor.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, like that's 100% more comfortable than this is for me.
Yeah, of course. But I hate saying it like, without looking at any other bike, but I feel like that was made for you.
I know, but you got to be able to ride it and love it too.
I can ride anything.
It has heated grips and a heated seat, and I can touch, and it's got a 5-gallon tank.
And you can touch. That's pretty cool.
On both legs, and I can reach the kickstand. You don't even have to do it for me.
I mean, you're almost flat-footed.
I mean, I'm not too far away. I'm on tiptoes, but I can touch on both sides, which is huge.
Thing bigger, your RPMs.
So this is the difference also. We looked at the Tenere. The Tenere has like no
It's very
bells.
basic.
Video on it.
I mean, those are kind of the three we've been considering. This, the Tenere, and I mean, we've looked at some of the African twins, and it's kind of like for the price point, I don't. It's probably more comparable to this, right?
In a sense, yeah. The one thing with the Africa Twins is that we have not even seen a new one in probably 2 years.
Yeah.
Has
Can't
that
get
hard to
them.
Honda, I don't even know if they put out any for the 23 model year. Rain.
It's going to be hard for me to not want this bike.
I know. You shouldn't have sat on this one first.
So the
We'll go look at the Honda.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's going to be hard because I'm like, I want this good stuff. I should not have booked it.
Yeah, I'll go grab the key.
It would be better if that was sold.
We're not.
I'll meet you guys over there at the Trans App. I'm just gonna grab the key.
Sounds good. Thank you.
This is lower though than most of them. I know it
I
is.
mean, I hate saying it, but that bike kind of was made for you.
Too much money. Like, still lower. Like, you know what I mean? This is still lower. Like, it's manageable for me still.
I mean, the other ones, you're definitely lower.
touch,
You
at
can
least,
touch.
on this,
You can touch on this, but the
Not
other
great.
one,
Like, it's tippy toes, but I still, like, I'm comfortable enough that I can touch better than I can, like, I can on the Tenere. Or this is still a little lower, I think, maybe an inch lower than the regular Tiger over there.
what's the price difference between this and the
10,000, $4,000. I mean,
and power? Difference in power, right?
this is a 755, and that's a 900. I just sat on it. It still seems lower than some of the other ones.
It definitely is. It's
Okay.
Barbara hopped on it right when we got it, and that was one of the first things she noticed.
It's a little lower. Yeah.
So you get a slightly smaller dash. It's the same kind of dash that they do for the Africa Twins and all.
Okay.
So just kind of scrolling through like this, adjusts on the bottom. You can go through everything, pressing the function key will go through and reset all of that. Got your mode button's still the same to go through rain, gravel, which is your off-road one, your user mode that's user defined, and then you have your sport and standard modes as well.
Okay.
And it's still adjustable, so you can set up this again the rain mode to where it's like you want the sport throttle response.
Yeah,
or something,
you can still do that.
still adjust it in there.
I mean, we're Harley riders, so like this,
All this is new.
nothing
Yeah,
to us.
yeah.
Like we have like, you know, all we get is like RPMs, gear, and
Yeah.
mileage.
It looks like we're playing the Oregon Trail.
Like right. There's no So like for
you don't
us,
get any of that till you go up to,
Yeah.
to the street glides,
Yeah,
road
yeah.
glides, and all get the infotainment and all.
and we just haven't wanted that big.
I'm not old enough yet.
But yeah, we're not that
Yeah.
old man yet.
Yeah,
I mean, people try
it's
to
not
sell
my
us.
type of bike either.
Right.
I give my parents credit.
I mean, we've ridden them. I've ridden every
ridden
single
them.
bike that Harley has, and I've ridden, an Ultra with everything on it. But it's just like I don't want that right now in my life, even though we tour a ton. But that's kind of the other draw to adventure bikes for us is you can tour comfortably on an adventure bike.
But not having an almost 1,000-pound plus motor.
Right, exactly.
That's why for me, I'm going the adventure bike route for my touring needs because it is.
Maybe we'd end up liking it better than touring on our Softails.
Might.
So my dad had a Heritage Softail in 01. My mom was always passenger princess, and she loved it. And my dad said, just go take the class. She went and did it, she had a gold key, the 100th anniversary lowrider.
Nice.
Okay. I have a Lowrider S. So.
Yeah. So she had it for years. And
I mean, there's things about it that I love, but...
Oh, yeah. And there's things my mom still misses about that lowrider.
Right.
But they wanted to do longer distance rides and everything. And so they were like, so we're not having to carry as much stuff with like backpacks or strapping down a bag. She's like, I just want something with a tour pack.
Yeah.
You could literally ride up the road just like this.
Standing, yeah.
Just stand and have a good time.
Like dirt bike style riding.
Yep, which if you're doing trails or anything,
Yeah.
it's worthwhile. And then the other big thing too is it's like you want to stretch your legs out. You're ready to go.
More excited than I thought it was going to be. Are you?
I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
Should I start on... Like, I was thinking I should start on the Transalp just because then when I switch to the Tiger, it'll feel easier. Or should I do it the opposite way? What do you think?
Decisions.
What do you think?
I think whichever one he brings out first, which he's probably going to bring out the Triumph first because it's the closest.
Guys, I'm so excited. Everyone told me that no one's going to let us test ride adventure bikes. I'm going to take out the Transalp and he's going to start with the Triumph. But I already want the Triumph. I'm so excited! It's better for me to start on this one, right? Yeah. So, as you may have heard me say, we were test riding the Honda Transalp and the Triumph Tiger 900 Low. I had actually heard from my stepbrother who rides that the Transalp was a great bike. We were having trouble finding an African Twin that we could test ride. They did have one there, but it was an automatic, and Michael and I weren't really interested in an automatic. They also had a V-Strom, which we checked out and decided against for various reasons, and I didn't include that footage in this video, just with the time constraints and not wanting you guys to be bored out of your mind. But hopefully you guys will get a good review on both the Tiger and the Transalp, and if you hang on, you'll get to see what we ended up choosing. How does that feel for you?
Pretty gnarly.
Comfortable ride?
It's easy to ride. It's turning. You just look and it goes where you want it to.
Guys, I was so pleasantly surprised by how nice the Transalp rode. I just wasn't expecting that. My stepbrother Matt was right. It was worth checking out.
The road, the sport, is insane amount of difference.
It is a very, very noticeable difference.
I mean, I didn't think, I've been on like the Tenere has the same thing. I don't know, whatever it is. And I didn't notice that much of that one. I definitely did.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about it was in 90-degree turns, like at the red lights and stuff, I'm scraping my feet. But that's probably because I got my feet hanging over the edge.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm on a Harley, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, the pickup in it was great, stop it was great, and it felt really light.
So how much does this weigh?
I think it is if I remember correctly, I believe it's in that
380.
400?
Yeah.
I said it feels lighter to me than the Tenere 700.
It's a very, very lightweight platform. And it's very well balanced too.
Yeah.
Like when we first got it in, I was moving around the showroom floor. That's the first thing I noticed. Because I was like, man, this thing is really easy to maneuver around. Really nice balance to it.
Okay.
It's a really nice platform. Like good on Honda, I think
For doing it, right.
I mean, absolutely.
For like a reasonable price.
That's the big thing, right? Is the price.
But since they marked this one down, it's like,
Exactly.
you know,
So what I'll do is I'll get the
seat lowered,
spot
and then
for you.
I'm gonna turn the heated everything on so I can. Because that is something that will be huge for me. Heated seat and heated grips. I've never ridden a bike with heated grips.
I didn't even wear gloves because of this, and I was like, I'll be all right. But you don't even need gloves with that thing. I probably should get them for this, but it's all right.
Do you want to go get them? Not gonna lie, I sort of had my mind made up that of the 5 different adventure bikes that I have ridden, I was going to like this one the best before I got on the bike. And then when they had a low at the store, I felt like it was maybe meant to be. So I was really excited to ride it. I did want to ride the Transalp first just because this had a lower seat height. So I felt like if I tackled the higher seat height first, then the lower seat height would feel a lot easier. And I think I was more comfortable by the time I rode the Tiger, so that counts for something.
You do? AJ, thank you.
No, absolutely.
This
It's
was
my
awesome.
pleasure, guys.
We appreciate it.
I actually love this.
I'm kind of wired up.
So I have Raynaud's.
Look at her fingers.
The heated grips.
Yeah.
That
It's
happens.
crazy, right?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend had Raynaud's also.
It's bad.
She dealt with it.